I know when we take this out, it's gonna look so good. Vroom, vroom look. And if you're doing hot rollers, that's the look we're going for, okay? Don't touch your curls. Wrong way to do this. Unwrap it, okay? Are we following? Okay. You can do this, I know you can. The right way to do this. See how bigger this is compared to this side? He is rolling. Okay, we look like a little poodle. Look at the bounce. Boom. Boom. Popping out. No. Don't do that. And you guys, that's it. That's my hot roller tutorial. Today, we're doing a hot roller tutorial by popular demand after I posted this reel on Instagram. So please subscribe, like this video, hit the bell for notifications, and go follow me over on Instagram because I talk a lot over there too. Today, we're using these rollers that you can get on Amazon. I will link them in the description box below. I think they're like 29 bucks, but you can use any set of hot rollers, but let's just go ahead and get started. First, I feel like I should show you the end result before we start. So, it looks so good. Let me show you how I did it. These rollers have been heating up for about 10 minutes, so they're hot and ready. There are 8 smaller rollers, which are the pink color, and there's 12 of the bigger rollers, which are this purple color. And what I like to do is focus the pink ones, the smaller ones, on the top of my hair to get a more defined curl, and then the bottom ones to do the bottom of my hair. And how we're gonna section my hair is maybe a little different than what you've seen in the past from other tutorials. I think this is just the easiest way, especially if you're a beginner. After you've brushed out your hair and there are no tangles, you are going to part your hair. Now my part is in the middle of my head, which I like, but if you want a side part or a little bit of a side part, just part wherever you want your hair to be at the end of this. This is where people get a little bit intimidated. So now that we've sectioned our part, what I'm gonna do is focus on the crown of my head first, and then we're gonna get to the fun stuff, the top of the hair. So let's do that. You can see my part is already trying to veer off. We're just gonna make sure the crown of our head is laying correctly and gives us volume right here. This crown section right here is the only part on the top of my head that I'm gonna be using a big roller, just because I'm more worried about this being voluminous than I am about giving me a defined curl. We're gonna do this multiple times, so let's practice with our first roller. So we have a big roller, the only big roller that I'm gonna use on the top of my head. And when you have a section like this and you're wanting volume, you're gonna over direct the hair, make sure it's smooth comb, and you're gonna add tension to it. So you're gonna pull this pretty tight, don't hurt yourself, and then you're gonna go to the bottom of the hair and you're gonna wrap the ends up. Keep that tension. So like I said, and you're gonna roll it all the way up to the scalp. And when it gets to the scalp, put the claw clip into the base of your hair. Like you should feel the bottom of the claw clip, scrape your scalp, and clamp the clip. So here are the rules for rolling your hair that I think trip up a lot of people. Is 1, over direct. So whatever direction you want your hair to be, for example, like I wanted this to lay backwards, you're gonna over direct. You're gonna go opposite direction and you're gonna give it tension. And the reason why you want tension is because you don't want some of these hairs to be loose and not curl properly. So over direct, tension, and then clip the clip to your scalp. This is gonna prevent you from crimping your hair. You know how sometimes you'll like leave a clippy in your hair and it crimps? You don't want that, so make sure the bottom half of the claw clip is clipped to your scalp. Let's keep going. So now that we have this little guy done, we're gonna focus on this part of my hair. So let's just go ahead and throw everything from behind the ear back. Here's my ear. We're gonna focus on this. Same thing over here. Here's the back of my ear. We're gonna worry about that later. This, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be used by our smallest rollers. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip this in the back up because we just don't need to worry about them right now. So here we are, okay? Are we following? Okay, you can do this, I know you can. Now with these 2 pieces of hair, I can curl them however I want, and you can curl them however you want. And I promise you, they're probably gonna look good because when you're curling your hair right here and it frames your face, it's really gonna look good no matter what. But I want volume and I want tighter curls on this part of my head. So what I'm gonna do is take my hair, act like you're putting it up in a ponytail, okay? So act like you're putting it up in a ponytail. And that's how the hair is gonna be rolled back. I want this direction to be rolled away from my face because it's gonna give us volume. It's gonna lay around the face very beautifully, okay? So if you're like me and you have a lot of hair, you may wanna do this in 2 sections. So we're gonna roll this part back and we're gonna roll that part back, okay? So since we're working on this top section first, I'm gonna just flip that one back, okay? So here we are. What we're gonna do is start rolling away from my face with small rollers. So let's start doing it. Something that's very important to add when you're rolling your hair is, yes, over direct. We want tension, very tight, don't let it loose. And then also you wanna make sure that the hair that you're rolling onto this roller, that it's staying on the velvet of the roller. And what I mean by that is this velvet, the hot part, is where you want your hair to be. If you have hair coming over the sides and touching the side of your hot roller, it's going to tangle your hair, so it's going to hurt. And also it's not going to heat the curl because it's on the edge. And this part, the plastic part, is not hot. You want it on the velvet part of the roller. So add that to the rolls. So here we are with another section. Here's our roller. Okay, we have our section. We're going to over direct. So we had it here. We're gonna over direct the curl. Tension, hold it tight. Wrap the ends, keep that tension. And roll it to the scalp. And then remember, when we get to the scalp, clamp to the scalp. I promise you, if you keep those rules, no matter how you section your hair or do this, it's going to look good. It's going to work out for you. These curls don't have to be in a perfect section. They just need to be on the roller curled. And when you get down to the bottom half of this, you don't have to worry about the over direction because this is gonna just lay on your body, right? This is just gonna lay like how it lays. It's not gonna like flip over other hair or whatever. So don't worry too much about the over direction. Just make sure you have tension, that you're staying within the velvet, and then you can roll it however. And truly you can roll this backwards, forwards, away from the face. And once you get down to the bottom, you can go crazy. So now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. The front pieces, I'm just gonna split in half. So we have our bottom here and we have our top. We're gonna flick our bottom to the back and just roll this top. If you have made it this far, you did the hardest part. And we just gotta do the back. Congratulations, you did it. You did it. Remember, it's not that important how you section your hair as long as you're correctly rolling your hair onto the roller. So let's just do a super recap before we get into the easiest part. That is, the first thing, we parted our hair wherever we wanted it to be. The second thing we did was to curl our crown, this part of our head, so that it gives us volume and lays correctly. The third thing we did is section the front of our hair so that we could focus on smaller curlers first. The fourth thing we did was roll back the top. So we rolled away from our face the top section. We rolled away from our face whatever is around our face. And then the bottom, we leave the large rollers. So when we're rolling our hair, number one, if you want volume, over direct. Number two, keep tension on the hair That way you're not missing any strands of hair from being in the roller. 3 is to make sure all the hair inside the velvet. 4 is to clamp the clip to the scalp to prevent it from creasing your hair. Now that we got that out of the way, let's do the back. Ooh. So I want to show you what rollers I have left, and also the lid broke off because I've had these for years and years and years. 9 rollers to work with. So if you have a lot of hair like I do, this should be plenty for you. Now here's the great thing about this. You can roll this however you want because we have our top part done, and once we undo these, it's gonna lay on top of this hair, okay? So we are smooth sailing. Roll these however you want, but I'll show you how I do it. So the first thing I do when I'm left with this part is I split it like this. And I grab the first section up here and I will roll these first. Okay? But honest to goodness, you can roll these however you want. So you can roll them backwards, forward, whatever. I roll them down, clamping it to my scalp. So let's just hurry up and roll the rest of the hair. I also think I should emphasize on this bottom half, make sure there are no hairs poking out. So for example, if I was rolling this and that was popping out, no, 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 no. Don't do that. It's not gonna turn out good. Take the roller, make sure those ends are wrapped tight. Roll it up all the way to the scalp. Secure that baby. Yay! And we're done. I believe in you. I know when we take this out, it's gonna look so good. And every time you do this, you're just gonna get better and better. And then you're gonna be like me and you can do this without even looking in a mirror. I like to wait as long as I can, but preferably wait about 20 minutes. Do your makeup, get dressed, go do some laundry. Unplug your hot roller set because we just want to cool this off so when we get ready to take this down, we can just pop them in here and we can put it away and go. So like I said, wait as long as you can, or if you feel like to the touch that they're completely cooled down, then we can let them go. I'm gonna wait about 20 minutes, so I'll see you back in about 20 minutes. Okay, it's time to take the hair out. So let's just start at the bottom. Now, when you take your curls out, there's a certain way that you need to do this in order for it to stay. What we're gonna roll it like this. We're gonna go with the pattern of the roll. Boink, and there she is. Don't touch it. More on that later, but don't touch your curls. Leave them. So again, we're gonna take the curl out in the direction of the curl, twisting it like that. Now, let me show you what it looks like if you don't do that, because sometimes it'll work. So let's just roll it out like this. It's still curled, but do you see how this looks crimped? Just twist it like it's supposed to be. So what you want to do to ensure that you get the curl correct is to just unwrap it, okay? All right, let me show you the difference between taking these out between these two, because I think that might help give you a better visual. Let's do the right way with this one and the wrong way with this one, okay? Wrong way to do this. All right, it's fine, it's still curled. The right way to do this. Twisting. Do you see the difference? Oh, now we're just gonna twist this like it's supposed to be. It's an easy fix if you do this because it's gonna take some practice. You're just gonna keep twisting it until it's in its original shape. Okay? I hope that was a good visual. Okay, we look like a little poodle. Look at the bounce. Boom. This is exactly what we wanted. Now, I've said this so many times in different videos, don't touch your curls, but we can't leave our hair looking like this, right? So what I'm gonna do is to use a wide tooth comb to gently, very gently comb out my curls. And just a little disclaimer, I am not going to use hairspray on my hair. If you have fine hair like me, I advise you not to use a heavy shampoo, don't use a heavy conditioner, do not use any cream products on your hair, even heavy hairsprays, okay? We are just using a dry texturizing spray on our hair, but later, and we're going to use very minimal. If you do not have fine hair, you can do other things. But if you have very fine hair like I do, anything you put on your hair is going to weigh it down and the curls are not gonna last as long. So don't touch your curls. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't touch your curls unless you're using a wide tooth comb, and you're going to gently, I said gently comb out your curls. Okay, so watch. Wide tooth comb. I want to fix this top part and kind of like foof up the top. So we're gonna use our wide tooth comb. We're going to gently lift the hair off of my scalp. You see that? Okay. Look at the difference, what it already did. Like, are you kidding me? That was with like, what, 4 of these? Okay, that's all we're gonna do there. Now, anywhere I want my hair to lay or break up some of these curls, we're gonna gently pick out with our comb. Gorgeous. She's stunning. Don't want to touch it too much. Now we're going to take our texturizing spray. I want to show you one side versus the other side of this texturizing spray. Do you see how bigger this is compared to this side? It's just a little bit, but it's gonna just give it that vroom vroom look. And if you're doing hot rollers, that's the look we're going for, okay? Okay, she's rolled up. She is rolling up. All right. Now, I'm still getting a little poodle, okay? So let's tame it a little more. Okay. Okay, you guys, that was my hot roller tutorial, and I hope that it helps you. Please tag me on Instagram, at me on here on YouTube, and let me know if you tried my a little crazy method here and see what your hair ended up looking like. We want curls, we want bombshell. This is it. But before we go, I'm gonna do something just for you. I'm gonna show you what this looks like completely brushed out with a bristle brush. I prefer it to be big and more defined curl, but I want to show you what it looks like with a bristle brush because it is really pretty too. So all this hard work just to brush it out. All right. Here we go. Should I do just one side? Maybe I should just do one side. Oh, it looks so good. I don't want to ruin my hair. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, it still looks really good and I do love it like this. It's a lot more fluffy, and what you can do if you brush it out like this is you can take your hand and kind of fluff it up a little bit, and it will still maintain some of that waviness curl to it. So this is what it looks like with a brush through, and it's still really pretty. And I do like to do my hair like this sometimes just to brush it out. And then here's what it looks like if you just use the comb to pick it out. Now, mind you, this will fall throughout the day, so you can achieve this look by the end of the day because it's going to fall throughout the day just a little bit, but it's still gonna hold that like really pretty wavy shape. But If you're going for something more relaxed and you're looking at this and you're like, okay, that's still a little bit too pageant girl for me, you can just brush it out and it would still be really, really beautiful. So and you guys, that's it. That's my hot roller tutorial. I hope it helped you. Please tag me in any form of social media if you try my hot roller tutorial and let me know how the curls worked out for you. And don't forget, do not touch those curls. They will fall. Thank you for watching. Bye.